Good morning, friends, and welcome back to Trans India, Real People, Real Emotions. एक बार फिर आप सबका स्वागत है ट्रांस इंडिया में. This week we shall continue our interaction with Mr. Piroj Shah Sarkari, CEO of Gati, and know how Phil is planning to get back the company back to its golden days. But first, here are the headlines this week. Ashok Leyland's Bada Dost wins the prestigious CII Design Excellence Award. Gati KWE launches its largest 1.5 lakh square feet surface transshipment center in Farukh Nagar. FedEx and Delivery announced completion of transaction unlocking cross-border potential in India. Tata Motors to hike prices of commercial vehicles from January 2022. Jammu and Kashmir to partner with Olectra Green Tech to introduce electric buses across the Union Territory. More news and interaction with Phil coming up right after this short break. Stay tuned and keep watching Trans India.
याद है कुछ इसी तरह का स्टंट मैंने आज से करीब 30 साल पहले भी किया था, लेकिन आज इस डबल ट्रक्स के स्टंट की वजह कुछ और है. डबल गारंटी पेश है नया महिंद्रा फ्यूरियो 7 जो आता है डबल गारंटी के साथ. महिंद्रा ये गारंटी देते हैं कि उनके नए महिंद्रा फ्यूरियो 7 का माइलेज आपके मौजूदा ट्रक से ज्यादा है. अगर ऐसा नहीं हुआ तो कर दीजिए ट्रक वापस. नया महिंद्रा फ्यूरियो 7 आपको देता है गारंटीड रीसेल वैल्यू 5 साल के बाद. खरीदते समय माइलेज की गारंटी और बेचते समय रीसेल वैल्यू की गारंटी. तो हुई ना डबल गारंटी.
Welcome back, friends. I am Girish Mirchandani and you are watching Trans India, Real People, Real Emotions. Before we begin with our news segment, here's a small reminder to all our transporter friends across India. दोस्तों, सर्दी का मौसम आ चुका है और हमारे ड्राइवर्स देश भर में लोगों की सेवा में लगे हुए हैं, देश की सेवा में लगे हुए हैं. लेकिन कई ड्राइवर ऐसे भी हैं जिनके पास प्रॉपर सर्दी के कपड़े नहीं हैं, जैकेट्स नहीं हैं, स्वेटर्स नहीं हैं. हम रिक्वेस्ट करेंगे सारे ट्रांसपोर्टर से कि वो एक बार अपने ड्राइवर्स से चेक करें क्या उनके पास विंटर क्लोथिंग है, और अगर नहीं है तो उन्हें वो प्लीज़ प्रोवाइड करें. एंड फ्रेंड्स, गेटिंग बैक टू द न्यूज़ दिस वीक, the commercial vehicle segment has seen a lot of changes in the last few years, and our trucks now look modern as well as smart. There is a lot of focus on designing of trucks, and companies put in the best people for designing trucks, and the same is appreciated and awarded as well. Ashok Leyland, the flagship company of the Hinduja Group, won the Design Excellence Award for its light commercial vehicle Bada Dost in the CII Design Excellence Awards under the category of Mobility Design 4-Wheelers Commercial Vehicle. Instituted by CII, the CII Design Excellence Awards acknowledge and celebrate Indian design and innovation. They strive to create new paradigms of design in India while promoting the unique amalgamation of traditional with contemporary design. This year, Japan was the partner country for the Design Awards. Speaking on the occasion, Dr. N. Saravanan, Chief Technology Officer, Ashok Leyland, said, "We are glad to have won this award. This is a testament to our efforts to create designs that meet the expectations of our customers, improve the driver's experience, and while at the same time create a vehicle that is efficient in the transportation of goods." The other segment of the logistics industry that has been in news of late is the warehousing segment. The warehousing segment has been seeing a lot of investment, and companies are trying to get in maximum amount of space available for their clients. Gati KWE, an all-cargo group company and the leader in express logistics and supply chain solutions, dedicated to the nation's its largest surface transshipment center, spread over 1.5 lakh square feet and connecting to all major national highways in the strategically located Western Peripheral Expressway in Farukh Nagar. Set up at the all-cargo logistics 1.8 million square feet logistics park at Farukh Nagar, the state-of-the-art tech-driven surface transshipment center will offer customers the added advantage of optimized supply chains, reduced dwell times, and access to all major national highways and seamless connectivity into the country's hinterland. Gati KWE plans to set up 5 more similar surface transshipment centers at Mumbai, Nagpur, Indore, Bangalore and Hyderabad in the near future. Mr. Pirojsha Sarkari, Chief Executive Officer, Gati Limited said, the opening of our first new age STC at Farukh Nagar marks a key milestone in Gati's history. This will be the first of 12 modern, automated and environmentally friendly STCs we establish across the country as we embark on a new chapter in Gati's journey. Our focus is very firmly on delivering exceptional customer experience, and this phase of modernizing our infrastructure will go a long way in ensuring the same. This facility will ensure we offer our customers across North India significantly improved transit times while simultaneously being located so we don't congest the NCR region any further with our line haul movements. With a co-located Gati Niwas, as we call our company provided staff quarters, and several technology and automation pilots we are running, Farukh Nagar exemplifies the future of Gati. In another significant development, FedEx Express, a subsidiary of FedEx Corporation and the world's largest express transportation company, and Delhivery, the fastest growing fully integrated logistics service player in India, announced a strategic alliance transaction signed in July has taken effect following satisfaction of closing conditions including regulatory approval from the Competition Commission of India. The transaction combines the FedEx Global Network with Delhivery's extensive pan-India network and technology solutions to bring the best of both worlds together. The investment and the commercial agreement between the two companies deepens the FedEx commitment to the India market and signals a significant step in providing innovative services and solutions that aim to improve speed, efficiency, and access for FedEx and Delhivery customers to unlock India's international trade potential. Don Colleran, President and CEO of FedEx Express, said, India is a strategic priority for FedEx. We are excited about our long-term vision to grow our business in India and our continued role to serve customers seeking to expand in or enter the Indian market. With this transaction, FedEx Express brings decades of experience as a global leader in logistics together with Delhivery's Indian footprint and technology solutions. Sahil Barua, Chief Executive Officer, Delhivery, said, this strategic alliance will enable us to leverage synergies created between Delhivery's capabilities in India and the FedEx Global Network to bring new products and opportunities to both Indian and global businesses and consumers. We are also excited to welcome Don Colleran on our board and look forward to learning from his experience. Friends, more news and reports from the commercial vehicle segment coming up right after this short break. Keep watching Trans India.
याद है कुछ इसी तरह का स्टंट मैंने आज से करीब 30 साल पहले भी किया था, लेकिन आज इस डबल ट्रक्स के स्टंट की वजह कुछ और है। डबल गारंटी पेश है नया महिंद्रा फ्यूरियो 7 जो आता है डबल गारंटी के साथ। महिंद्रा ये गारंटी देते हैं कि उनके नए महिंद्रा फ्यूरियो 7 का माइलेज आपके मौजूदा ट्रक से ज्यादा है। अगर ऐसा नहीं हुआ तो कर दीजिए ट्रक वापस। नया महिंद्रा फ्यूरियो 7 आपको देता है गारंटीड रीसेल वैल्यू 5 साल के बाद। खरीदते समय माइलेज की गारंटी और बेचते समय रीसेल वैल्यू की गारंटी, तो हुई ना डबल गारंटी।
Welcome back to Trans India. For the last couple of years, things have been getting expensive for the transport companies. Transport companies have been facing price hikes. In a latest move that will once again hike the operating costs of transport companies, Tata Motors said it will hike prices of its commercial vehicles in the range of 2.5% from January 1 to offset the increase in commodity and raw materials costs. The price hike will be across segments of medium and heavy commercial vehicles, intermediate and light commercial vehicles, small commercial vehicles and buses based on individual model and variant of the vehicle. The increase in the prices of commodities such as steel, aluminium and other precious metals, in addition to higher costs of raw materials, has incited this price hike for commercial vehicles. While the company is absorbing a significant portion of the increased costs at various levels of manufacturing, Tata Motors said the steep rise in overall input costs makes it imperative to pass on some residual portion via a minimal price hike. We have been following the transport industry for almost 6 decades now, and we are still waiting to see a time when transporters would willingly and happily pass on cost increase to their customers. It is unfortunate that the transport industry is still relying heavily on the supply-demand theory for determining freight. हम कई सालों से कहते आ रहे हैं कि ट्रांसपोर्ट इंडस्ट्री को अपनी पॉलिसी बदलनी होगी। हमने देखा है पिछले 2 सालों में डीजल प्राइसेस कितने बढ़े हैं, साथ ही साथ टोल टैक्स बढ़ता जा रहा है, ड्राइवर की तनख्वाहें बढ़ती जा रही हैं और ऐसे बहुत से हिडन कॉस्ट है जो शायद दिखाई भी नहीं देते। लेकिन आज भी फ्रेट रेट्स बढ़ाना एक बहुत ही मुश्किल काम है। ऑर्गेनाइज कंपनीज फिर भी अपने कस्टमर से बात कर कर कुछ हद तक फ्रेट रेट्स बढ़ा लेती हैं, लेकिन जो ओपन मार्केट ट्रक्स है वो आज भी सप्लाई डिमांड थ्योरी पर चल रहे हैं। हम एक बार फिर इंडस्ट्री लीडर्स से, इंडस्ट्री एसोसिएशन से रिक्वेस्ट करेंगे कि वो एक मुहिम चलाएं जिसके अंतर्गत फ्रेट रेट्स जो है वो ऑपरेटिंग कॉस्ट के बेसिस पर फिक्स किए जाए, ना कि सप्लाई डिमांड थ्योरी पर। We hope the industry will take this very seriously because a lot of smaller players are getting into trouble and their problems are only likely to increase in the coming months. We hope that associations focus on this issue and help the smaller transporters and truckers get the freight that they deserve. Meanwhile, Jammu and Kashmir Lieutenant Governor Manoj Sinha discussed the modalities for introducing electric buses for cleaner, better intercity and intercity transport facilities in the Union Territory. Chairing a preliminary meeting with Chairman and Managing Director of Olectra Green Tech Limited KV Pradeep in Jammu, the Lieutenant Governor said the government aims to reduce dependence on fossil fuels, promote greener, sustainable mobility solutions. Sinha said electric vehicles are the future of transport as they are eco-friendly, ideal for the urban environment and contribute to reducing pollution levels. The chairman of Olectra Green Tech Limited, an electric vehicle manufacturing company, gave a presentation and briefed the Lieutenant Governor about the company, which has so far deployed around 600 electric buses across India and has 2,500 buses under manufacturing process. While the operating costs for trucks are getting higher, there is no stopping transporters from buying new trucks. Last week we reported the wholesale sales data for trucks, and this week we bring to you the retail sales data provided by Federation of Automobile Dealers Association. According to the data released by FADA for November 2021, the commercial vehicle segment recorded a growth of 13.32% over November 2020. Total CV sales for November 21 stood at 57,389 vehicles as against 50,644 vehicles in November 2020. However, as compared to November 2019, sales in November 2021 were lower by 21%. According to the data provided by FADA, HCV sales recorded the maximum growth of 74.54% in November 2021. HCV sales in November 21 stood at 14,972 vehicles as compared to 8,578 vehicles in November 2020. MCV sales in November 21 stood at 3,674 vehicles, a growth of 51.08% over November 2020. The industry sold 36,078 LCVs in November 21, which is 1.6% lesser than November 2020. The commercial vehicle manufacturers, however, feel that the worst is behind them and they are expecting good growth in the coming months. Despite rising prices and despite passing on the price hike to the customers, truck sales are still getting better and are likely to get better in the coming months. Another company that is looking to scale high and get back to its lost glory is Gati. Last week we were talking to Mr. Pirojsha Sarkari, also known as Phil, about his plans for Gati and about how he plans to take Gati back to its iconic days. This week we continue our interview with Phil and know more about his plans and know more about how the express industry and the logistics industry is poised for in the future. Here's talking to Phil after this very short break. Keep watching Trans India.
याद है, कुछ इसी तरह का स्टंट मैंने आज से करीब 30 साल पहले भी किया था। लेकिन आज इस डबल ट्रक्स के स्टंट की वजह कुछ और है। डबल गारंटी पेश है नया महिंद्रा फ्यूरियो 7, जो आता है डबल गारंटी के साथ। महिंद्रा ये गारंटी देते हैं कि उनके नए महिंद्रा फ्यूरियो 7 का माइलेज आपके मौजूदा ट्रक से ज्यादा है। अगर ऐसा नहीं हुआ तो कर दीजिए ट्रक वापस। नया महिंद्रा फ्यूरियो 7 आपको देता है गारंटीड रीसेल वैल्यू 5 साल के बाद। खरीदते समय माइलेज की गारंटी और बेचते समय रीसेल वैल्यू की गारंटी, तो हुई ना डबल गारंटी।
All Cargo has a huge network, front end, back end, and it is an established player. How will Gati be making use of the support system of All Cargo to grow further?
So there are various synergies. Let me put the most important synergy which we haven't even touched yet. So like I said earlier in the interview, All Cargo owns a company called EQ, which is an LCL company, and it is worldwide. It is situated in more than 100 countries in the world. Now imagine the world sending LCL shipments into India. They come to the port in containers, yet because they are LCL, which is less than container load, they have to be de-stuffed, and then somebody has to move those goods from the container freight stations to the end receiver of the goods, right? Similarly, when EQ is exporting goods out of India, there are many players in the country who bring the goods up to the CFS, and then they stuff the containers and they distribute them throughout the world. That part of the business of distribution within India, both ways, whether it is for export or for import, is a huge business that still Gati has not tapped, and that is a huge synergy. Number two, as you all know, All Cargo also is in the business of building industrial parks in the country, which means building warehouses, building hubs. So for me, that synergy becomes extremely important. As I said earlier, we have decided to really ramp up our infrastructure. We have defined 7 new hubs in the country today. And for me, that headache goes away, because that company which All Cargo already has will do all the nitty-gritty and build those hubs for me. So I don't have to have a separate department as I had in my earlier organizations to inspect the build out, to inspect the site, to do the designing, layout, etc. So there are lots such synergies that help Gati being part of the All Cargo group.
Phil, truck drivers are a very important part of the road transport industry, and during your stint in Mahindra Logistics, you did a lot for truck drivers. In fact, it is very much said in the logistics space that Phil has a soft corner for truck drivers. What are your plans in Gati, and what is the situation of shortage of drivers here?
So before company, let me tell you, drivers are very close to my heart, and you've seen this in my earlier stint in Mahindra Logistics. I am very passionate about the driver community, and I strongly believe that even after 12 years of doing a lot of work for the drivers, there is still, I think, years and years of work required to even bring that respect for the man who carries lakhs of rupees worth of goods in his truck. I think the community as a whole in India has to realize this, and of course each company does its bit towards this, but I think a mass movement is required over there. What surprised me in Gati is that with every hub, Gati has built out a kind of a guest house called Gati Nivas. And this is with every hub of Gati, right, in the country. And at Gati Nivas, they give boarding and lodging to all the people who work at the hub. And when I say all the people, I mean the ground staff at the hub. So here's what I did as soon as I came in. The next hub that got built, Faruk Nagar, which I'm going to be opening up at the end of the month, I have also developed a driver Nivas over there. So I'd invite you to please come to the Faruk Nagar hub. Along with our ground staff, we also have now a facility where drivers can rest, they can eat, they can even do some social activities. So we put up some television sets, some carom boards, etc. for them. This kind of is a must, and I say this on behalf of all the logistics players to all our customers, please provide facilities to drivers at the end points of delivery. You know, you entrust millions worth of goods to a driver, and at that end point you don't give him even a glass of drinking water. So this is a plea from me to all the end customers. Please start realizing this. It'll really change the way transportation happens in India.
Phil, you've done a lot of study into the life of a truck driver. What do you think are the reasons for shortage of truck drivers, and how do we address that issue?
I think the other factors are now coming into play, and what I mean by that is, one of the most important things the present government has done in the last, I would say, 5 to 7 years is develop good roads in this country, and the pace at which they are developing. And what that has prompted is for manufacturers to bring in better equipment. When I say better equipment, I mean trucks, right? If you see the modern trucks that have come into the country, the comfort that they are providing to the drivers is far, far beyond what we saw even, I would say, 5 to 10 years back in the trucks that were there in the country. Also, because of digitization, because of the apps, etc., for the driver, he now has a lot of communication that happens to him, whereby he feels safer, he feels connected, and I think that is going down well. I at least am seeing a turn in this profession where people now are looking at becoming drivers. Also, they realize that a lot of logistics companies and some end customers are now giving certain facilities and respect to this community. There is a sort of divided movement by people, but it is not as bad as what it was 15 years back in India, where a driver's son would never want to become a driver. I think that thing is changing now.
Phil, Railways has been making significant headway in the logistics segment. Will you be looking at tying up with Railways or making use of Railways to provide better service, better efficiency to your customers?
We are already in the multimodal way. For longer line hauls, we started using rail. We have realized that in India, the equation is that anything above 1,200 kilometers makes economic sense to go by rail. It should actually be lesser than that, but because the first mile, last mile costs for rail are still tremendously high, the sidings don't go right into the end delivery points, and therefore the handling of the touch points of the goods are still more than what is required. But because of the freight corridors that have come up, and because now we can even move the entire loaded truck onto a rail, this definitely is being looked at seriously by players like Gati. And like I said, it's not when, it is how much, because we've already started over there.
So Phil, what are the parameters that would set Gati apart from the other players in this segment?
If you ask me 5 years down the line, okay, and I'm only talking about Gati now, is because of the customer centricity that we are putting into this organization, I think Gati is going to be a logistics company of choice for a lot of our customers. The entire front line of Gati is going to be digitized. We've already put in technology. We've got the gold standard of Salesforce implemented as of last month into the organization. I look at this organization to morph into electric vehicles, which will be clearly in a phased approach starting this year. And in the next 3 years, we look at how our entire pickup and delivery becomes through electric vehicles. And when you say electric vehicles, these become kind of the want for a customer. So let me put it this way. A customer wants to tell the world that I am using green logistics, right? And therefore they require a player who can come in and partner them in that. And that's where Gati is going to move. Point number two, where Gati is going to be known for, is in the MSME segment. I strongly believe that because of our reach today, we can really enable the MSME manufacturers to increase or expand their markets in the country. And I give this classic example because it's a true life example. There is this papad manufacturer in Ahmedabad who is very famous, but he kind of distributes only in Gujarat. And when I was talking to him and I said, "You're so famous, why is it that you distribute only in Gujarat?" And he says, "Well, I don't know where else people eat papad, and I don't know how to reach out to them, and this is me alone, you know." So look at a scenario where I go into that company and say, "Hey, I have data to say these are the other states where papads move, and you know, these are the distributors who kind of are distributors for many other papad companies, you know." So I enable expansion for the MSME market, and that's what we want to get and be known for.
What are the significant changes that you foresee in the express industry in the near future?
I think I will change the name to fulfillment logistics. Express logistics will morph into fulfillment logistics. Most of the manufacturers want the logistics player to store their finished goods and distribute them. It is not about using another service provider to store the goods and another service provider to distribute them. And therefore, the whole fulfillment process, which is FCs as we know, and distribution, will be the future of logistics. And of course, if there is so much thrust for make in India, somebody has to move in India. And that's where the logistics future will be.
Okay, Phil, if I were to give you a wish list that would make the transport or the express sector more efficient and cost effective, what things would you add to that wish list?
So on a lighter note, I would love to get up every month and hear what I heard this month, that 10 rupees diesel costs have gone down. That was really something that put a lot of load off our shoulders, because the way fuel costs were rising, and you know, it's extremely difficult to just keep increasing our rates with our customers, and at the same time you have to pay the truck drivers, right? The truck owners rather. So that's of course on a lighter note. But I think the entire road digitization that is happening, and that is very encouraging, and I hope to see it really happen, where as you heard our transport minister say, you know, on your one toll card, everything will be possible. That card will be like your transport card, and for any payment or everything that a trucker wants to do from point A to point B, that card will just allow him to move. And I think that is critical, because every time a truck stops on the road, that is like getting 2-3 hours behind the schedule of delivery, and it's a waste of time as well as cost, right? So clean movement of trucks on the road is extremely important. They should not be halted for anything. So once you digitize, you don't need to halt a truck to ask for his papers, you don't need to halt a truck to ask for what goods are you carrying, because everything is already on the waybill, right? The waybill was a beautiful system, and yet trucks get halted on the...
Well friends, that's it from Trans India this week. We hope you've been enjoying our interviews. Next week, we shall be getting you another very exciting interview, which will talk about insights into the logistics industry. So keep watching Trans India, and before you go, please don't forget to subscribe to our channel and spread the word around. Until next week, stay safe. Jai Hind.